Yo, what is going on, people? Welcome back to WrestleBuzz. We are a podcast network. We have 3 different shows. You've heard the spiel if you've been here before. If you're new here, my name is Joe. I am one of the people that help make this thing happen. We have 3 different shows. I don't want to go through all the spiel because what we're doing here today is we're talking about SummerSlam. SummerSlam is tomorrow. If you're listening to this, it's Friday, so Saturday, we have SummerSlam, and this is our prediction show. You just got me here, so sorry about that if you're a little disappointed, but we'll make sure it's a good time, making sure we go through the card, talk about what I think is going to happen, make some predictions. Hopefully, we'll see if it all plays out well. I'm just hoping for a great time. SummerSlam this year is going to be in Detroit, Michigan. I'm really excited about that. The last time I remember a really fun Detroit show, WrestleMania 23. That was one of my favorite WrestleManias. One of the first ones that I really remember at my young age. But very excited to see what we have in store for this time around for SummerSlam. I know I have one of my friends, X, that he'll be going there, so I'm excited for him. Overall, very excited for this card. There is some interesting matches here. Right now, I'm seeing 8 matches on the card. And we're going to go through each one, talk about what we think is going to happen here, and then, hopefully it all pays out tomorrow. So thanks again for listening. As of course, we are WrestleBuzz. You can follow us on social media at WrestleBuzz on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. You can find us all there. Twitter, we have 3 Z's, if I remember. You can follow my stuff, too. I'm at Project_Kayfabe for a lot of the wrestling content that I'm producing on my side of things. And, of course, if you want to follow my own Twitter, follow it at JoeBro316 on Twitter. I like to just tweet into the void, whether people see it or not. There's some good quality stuff there, either which way. But we're talking about SummerSlam 2023. Let's go through. We'll start with the first match that I'm seeing here, the SummerSlam Battle Royal. They're just doing a Battle Royal. We can put it up to the same degree as maybe like the Andre the Giant Battle Memorial. This is just, I look at it as like a way to get some other people that should be on the card here, but they're not. They're in this match. So at least from what's being advertised, and obviously I'm talking about this before SmackDown tonight, SmackDown maybe will tell you everyone who's on the card, but at least from what I'm seeing on cagematch.net, we got Shinsuke Nakamura, Sheamus, Tommaso Ciampa, LA Knight, Chad Gable, and Otis. The rest of the people are a bunch of question marks. SummerSlam, it's supposed to be the biggest party of the summer. There's some people that need to be here, some people that weren't on here before, the same thing I keep seeing. LA Knight should have been in WrestleMania more than. Did he even do anything besides sit in the crowd? Like, come on now. But I think this is the match that we're going to get where LA Knight gets a win here. LA Knight's going to win the Battle Royal. That's my prediction here. Shinsuke Nakamura could also win it. Shinsuke has been, a little bit on I wouldn't call it a hot streak, but at least from what I'm seeing, he's getting more TV time. So we'll give him that. Shinsuke deserves the world. So does Sheamus. But right now, LA Knight, you see what you're seeing on Twitter and all the wrestling sources. He is selling so much merch. People are talking about him. He's viral on YouTube. You find him everywhere on social media. LA Knight deserves a big chance. Hopefully this is his opportunity. I know a lot of people going before this were like, oh, LA Knight versus Austin Theory for the U.S. titles happening at SummerSlam. Didn't happen. Same thing with the Money in the Bank. You could keep on talking about it and all the, how over LA Knight is, and you'd think they would, do it. It's almost kind of reminding me about the way Zack Ryder was, where Zack Ryder was so over, and you're like, why aren't they going to push him? And it was because he was organically over. WWE didn't make him over, Zack Ryder. They didn't make him over. He got himself over. Kind of like the way it's like LA Knight, he's getting himself over. WWE's still using him. He's getting plenty of TV time. He's just not getting the opportunities you would like to see. But maybe this is the start of something. We can only hope. I'm calling it. LA Knight is winning the Battle Royal. Snap into a Slim Jim Summer Battle Royal, because I think it's the Slim Jim Battle Royal. And follow me on Twitter. I respect Slim Jim. I'll take it. Shout out to the Long Boys. LA Knight for the win, I hope. And I hope this leads to more things. Next match that I'm seeing advertised here, MMA rules match, Shayna Baszler versus Ronda Rousey. What does that mean? I'm not quite too sure. Have I been watching the product here and there? I know they're beefing. I know it all started in Money in the Bank when Shayna turned on Ronda. Everyone loves that. Shayna deserves the world. I don't have a problem with Ronda Rousey. I know a lot of people do, but MMA rules match, this is making me think of like Fight Pit, which could have been a better opportunity to bring back the Fight Pit for SummerSlam. That would have been cool. They brought it for Rollins. Rollins versus Riddle about 2 years ago, so that would have been cool. But no, we're getting Shayna Baszler, Ronda Rousey, MMA rules match. If you think about the dirt sheets and all that, they're saying Ronda's probably done after SummerSlam. I personally don't know. I would think she would probably stick around a little longer, but hey, she's a mom and she's made all her money. She doesn't really need to be doing this. But hey, Shayna Baszler deserves a big win. Shayna Baszler was one of the coolest things in NXT. They brought her to the main roster. She was like a vampire before the pandemic started because of, she like bit Becky Lynch's neck or something. It's a whole bunch of mess happened back then. But Shayna Baszler, it seems like they're trying to, fix things. Triple H got her. So I'm saying Shayna Baszler gets the win here. Hopefully this is a really cool match. I mean, they're both MMA fighters. They can have turned into wrestling. Let's see what they can do here. I'm excited a little bit just because I want Shayna to do things. I'm hoping Shayna will do well in this match and go over, because why not? The next match I'm seeing here, which a lot of people have been talking about, it's been getting a good amount of TV time on here. Ricochet versus Logan Paul. Regular match. This all stemmed from, their opportunity at the Royal Rumble where they both hit each other. That was really cool, viral moment. And then, of course, everything that happened in the Money in the Bank, they beefed afterwards. They've been beefing ever since on Monday Night Raw. Ricochet versus Logan Paul will be probably one of the coolest matches of the entire card, maybe match of the night, because Logan Paul, no matter how many people hate Logan Paul or his brother Jake Paul, Logan Paul is an entertainer, and he is perfect for professional wrestling. He is naturally gifted. He's a naturally good wrestler. Like, he should not be this good. I'm going to take a look right now. Logan Paul has had 6 matches. 6 matches so far in his career. And he's been something you talk about every time. Every time he has a match, somebody's talking about it. And with this situation right here, it's great to see Ricochet getting an opportunity. Last time I could think about a real Ricochet opportunity, besides, I believe he won the Intercontinental title a couple years ago. He won against Brock Lesnar at one of the Saudi shows and just got demolished. I mean, cool that, Ricochet, King Puma getting the opportunities, but, I personally don't think he's going to win this match. I would love for Ricochet to win this match. I really enjoy Ricochet, but as I mentioned before, Logan Paul has had 6 matches in his career so far, not counting this one. He's only won the match against The Miz last year at SummerSlam. He's lost the Seth Rollins match most recently. He lost the match, the Money in the Bank ladder match. He didn't win the Royal Rumble. Everything else, like, if you look at his singles record at the very least, he's only had 3 singles matches. He's won the one against The Miz. He lost against Roman. I don't know. I'm just trying to think, mathematically speaking, Logan Paul could just always lose every fucking match he has and still be one of the coolest highlights of the show. So that very much could be a thing. But I'm saying Logan Paul gets the win on this one. Unfortunately, I don't even know where they continue here. Maybe we get a rematch, but Logan Paul will get the win. So sorry for the people that don't like Logan Paul, but he probably deserves it too. He's been killing it, putting his body on the line. He's had some really fucked up matches over the last couple of matches he's had, I guess. Like the one with Logan, the one in the Money in the Bank, he was all torn up afterwards. That was scary, but really cool nonetheless. Next match I'm seeing on here, Intercontinental title match. We got Gunther, the champ, going against Drew McIntyre. This should be a banger. Shout out to Sheamus. Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, Gunther at WrestleMania was one of the best matches of the entire 2-day card. But I'm saying Gunther gets the win here. Why does Gunther get the win? He has to break the Honky Tonk Man's record. He is on the verge of breaking that record. He's like, what? Got another 20 days left or less to break it? So it only makes sense. Gunther gets the win. And, eventually if he ever loses the belt, Drew McIntyre would be great to do it. Honestly, I think Sheamus should be still the one. I like how Sheamus said, hey, recently I believe it was said in a news, interview, whatever. He was like, hey, I had all the momentum in the world at Clash of Champions, and it went nowhere. Same thing at WrestleMania. Sheamus deserves it. It's the only title that's eluded him. So maybe he's the one that breaks Gunther's record. But Gunther, it's a story about who's going to defeat Gunther. That's the biggest story here. A lot of people are complaining, what is the IC title story? What is Gunther's story right now? It's who can beat this man because he seems unbeatable. I mean, put him in the ring against Roman Reigns. That's what I want to see. Because right now, Gunther is just on top of his game. He is killing it. Shout out to Gunther. He's getting the win here. So we have two women's matches on this card. The first one, of course, I mentioned MMA rules match. But then we got the women's triple threat match happening. I know there's been some controversy going a bit because Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch should have been on this card. For some reason, they're not. What's being said on the dirt sheets or all that bullshit is like there's not enough room for them in the card. But apparently, Kid Rock is having a little mini concert in here. We don't need that. We don't need Kid Rock. We just don't. So I feel bad if that's, I mean, hey, whether upset or not, either which way, Trish and Becky has been building up for so long. They deserve the spotlight. That is SummerSlam. But, you know, maybe they'll really get a cool opportunity on a Monday Night Raw or something. They've been, you know, it's one of those. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about the triple threat match between Asuka, Charlotte Flair, and Bianca Belair for the women's title. I haven't been keeping up too much with what's been going on here on the women's side of things on SmackDown. Is this a SmackDown feud? I think this is. Asuka, Charlotte, Bianca. I'm going to go with Asuka just because she's been the champ. She's been doing what she needs to do. You know, from going from a regular Asuka to this darker, you know, heel-like persona. I can see her getting the win. This is one of those championship advantage kind of things. You know, she could find a way to, you know, get at us. Oh no, this is one of the championship disadvantages because she doesn't have to get pinned. But I think Asuka's going to miss somebody. I think she's going to get the pin. I don't see them giving it back to Bianca. I think right now is a perfect time to see what they could do to make Bianca a true heel. Charlotte Flair is going for her 15th women's title right now. You know, they could very much go LOL, give it to Charlotte, but hey, Asuka, I think, deserves a little bit more, but honestly, I just haven't been watching this side of things on the women's side of SmackDown to really understand what's going on over there. But all I know is Asuka is somewhat of a heel champ at this rate because she's, you know, she cheated to win the title. That's what got Bianca pissed, and here we are now with this triple threat match. All the women want the belt, but I think Asuka gets the win here. This match could be either really good or just kind of something that you just goes right by. I kind of feel just because I don't know. There hasn't been a lot of these combinations of matches lately that have been like, oh yeah, there you go. Last really good match I could think for Charlotte, obviously WrestleMania. Bianca and Asuka, I haven't been too much of a fan of their matches recently, but hey, who am I to say? So Asuka with the win. And then we got our basically triple main event, if you could call it that, because you got three very high key matches right here. Brock Lesnar versus Cody, the rubber match. They're both 1-1. Kind of shocked that there's no stipulation to this. You don't need one, but shocked that there wasn't because I felt like they were hyping up something to happen. But we're getting Brock versus Cody, regular singles match. Very much well could happen that like the ref's discretion will come involved where, you know, if there's some steel chairs involved, if there's some shenanigans involved, maybe the ref, you know, does what the ref does and chooses to not obey to the rules, whatever the case may be. It's all the ref's call. It could also be a ref bump in this match, but I'm going to say Cody gets the win here. Cody needs this momentum because honestly, Cody could lose this feud, fine. But do we need Cody to be losing things if he's going to eventually try and finish the story? No, like he should probably beat Brock right now. Brock can take a loss and still challenge for the WWE title the next day. Can Cody do that right now with the way they've built him? No. Is Cody a main eventer? Yes. But he's not built in the same way that Brock Lesnar can just say, I'm taking the title the next night, even if I lost the last 5 matches that I've been in. So I'm going to give with Cody Rhodes getting the win. It's going to be a very hard fought win too. Oh, got the sirens going on in the background. Sorry about that. So it's not going to be an easy win for Cody at the very least. It should be a very hard fought match. Someone's maybe going through a table. I feel like a chair is going to get involved somehow. I don't know what else to expect besides it's going to be a hard hitting matchup. And Cody gets to win here because Cody, like I said, needs momentum. If he's going to somehow go the entire, year without getting the chance to go for the WWE title, but then WrestleMania 40, which is a rumor, he needs some momentum. Even if it's now in August, you got to start building this shit now to make it look like Cody is the guy to beat Roman, even though he was the guy before that. But we had to get to the 1,000 days and onward. So here we are. Next matchup. I'm excited for this match, particularly just because what can happen here. So we got the World Heavyweight title match between Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, and, there's always the lingering Damian Priest with the Money in the Bank briefcase. There's been this little bit of a not discrepancy, but little issues between the Judgment Day with this briefcase involved. Personally, I think it would be perfect just to see what would happen if Finn Balor actually wins this match. Does Damian have to cash in? No. Could this match very well turn into a triple threat and Damian wins? Yes, which could be fucking awesome because I would love Finn Balor to win the belt. But man, if you get that Boricua, Damian Priest will win that belt in this matchup and then see what happens. That would be crazy. But the Judgment Day is on such a high right now. Dominic Mysterio is the North American champ. Rhea Ripley having the women's world title, even though she's not even in this card, besides probably hanging out with Finn Balor. That pisses me off a little bit. Damian Priest, Money in the Bank. We need Finn Balor to have the gold. I think it would be very sweet, and it would be a fucked up opportunity if you disband the Judgment Day now when they're on top. You could do that and just see how crazy it can be, but no, Finn Balor needs to win this belt because, one, he deserves it. He's been working his ass off. This is one of the best things that's ever proven to actually happen from the dirt sheet rumors or whatever it is when they said, whenever Triple H took over, that Finn Balor was going to get an opportunity and he was going to go far. He has been going so far. This is his time right now. Seth Rollins has been a really cool champ, the inaugural champ of this new world title. But him losing it to Finn Balor in a clean victory, too. I don't want shenanigans. I want it to be a clean fought victory, even if both of these men have to shake hands and respect each other at the end, even though one side's a very heel team. But hey, fuck it. You could also just make Finn Balor a fucking deviant and destroy him. Also, it would be cool if we actually got the Demon and the Demon won a match, because the Demon hasn't won any matches. I don't think we're getting the Demon here. I think we're just getting Finn Balor. Either which way, it's going to be very cool to see what happens in this match. Their last couple of matches have been really cool. Just anything that's involved Seth Rollins and Finn Balor over the last course of this year, been on top. It's been perfect. Finn Balor winning the title, cherry on top right there. Judgment Day with all of the opportunity in the world right now. I hope this happens, and I hope Damian Priest doesn't try to cash in. If he does, I hope he cashes in to win. But at the same time, it's like, don't do that because Judgment Day is so hot right now. If WWE would disband them right now, it'd be like, no, they're killing it. They're so over and hated. It's beautiful. Finn Balor for the win here. Then we have what will probably be the last match of the night, the Tribal Combat match for the WWE title, WWE Universal title, that is. And who will be the tribal chief of the Anoa'i family, basically? We got Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa on his side with Jey Uso as his opponent. This is going to be an emotional one, probably. This is going to be the most theatrical, cinematic barn burner of a match. This is going to be the one that everyone is like, what? Huh? Who? I just really hope it doesn't have to go with shenanigans of ref bumps, interference. It's going to be involved. Solo's there, and Jey Uso is going for the title. Jimmy is probably coming back tomorrow night, and he's going to come in and try and help him. But while it is perfect, it is so perfect for Jey to win and end the story right here, the bloodline. This somehow is not going to happen. Roman is probably taking the belt all the way to WrestleMania 40, as the rumors are. And, WWE hasn't proven otherwise. Yes, he finally got his first pin, but I still believe Roman Reigns will walk out of here. But I would love to be proved wrong. I would love for Jey to win it because the story should end with Jey. It started with Jey. It should end with Jey. Because remember, Roman Reigns came back, won the gold, was on top of the world, and then he started beefing with Jay. And then that's when the bloodline formed. He became the right-hand man. He became main event Jey Uso. How cool would it be if Jey Uso was the one to end the streak right here? It would be amazing to finally put an end to this reign of Roman. But with the way WWE has pushed Roman so hard, I just don't think it will happen, but I would love to be proven wrong. Detroit, Michigan would be really cool to make that happen. There's history that we are watching here. I know a lot of people hate Roman. A lot of people are getting tired of the bloodline too, which is interesting. But hey, this is what's been so good. Everyone will always say WWE, WWE's on top right now. They've always been the number one company. But at the end of the day, this is a really good card. But when I look back at things that make me watch, because I don't watch WWE as much as I would have, like earlier in the year or last year, I watch here and there, and the things that keep me watching is the story of the bloodline, because that is the most important thing happening in the WWE. I love you, Cody, but this is the most important thing. You're not in the storyline right now. You're on a little bit of a hiatus doing spin-off with Brock Lesnar, and we'll probably see you at WrestleMania 40, which is still a little weird to me, but hey, WWE is going to do WWE. It somehow works out in the end for them. Roman Reigns for the win, because that's what it's been the last 3 years now. So Roman Reigns for the win, but I hope I am proven wrong. As of now, like I said, this is a Friday. We only have 8 matches. This is all we got here. I'm just expecting Roman to get the win here. So that is my review. We'll take a quick recap on everything again. So Battle Royal, giving it to LA Knight. MMA rules match, I want Shayna Baszler to win. Singles match, Ricochet, Logan Paul, giving it to Logan. Intercontinental match, giving it to Gunther. Women's title match, giving it to Asuka. Singles match, Brock Lesnar versus Cody, giving it to Cody. World title match, giving it to Finn. And then for the tribal combat match, your boy Roman Reigns is winning. That is all that we have for the card right now. I hope you enjoy tomorrow. I'm excited. I'm going to go to a bar with some of my friends and watch it live. So that is really cool. If you're ever in the New York City area and want to go see a wrestling pay-per-view live with a crowd in a bar, not, if the show's not there, you can watch TV somewhere. Plenty of bars in New York City. Check out the Jobbers Tier podcast. They do a great job of making sure that there's a watch party happening. Same thing with the Yes podcast, I believe. Yes, I Like Wrestling, or Yes, I Love Wrestling podcast. Double check. Look it up if you're in the New York City area. Anywho, we are WrestleBuzz. Thank you for listening, of course. We know we've been on a bit of a hiatus. We're all been busy with our lives. We're trying our best to get things out there for you all. But hey, thank you for listening as always. With that being said, take care and watch pro wrestling.